Hello everyone, welcome to this live training. My name is Natascha, founder of Bliss Unity, and today I am going to talk about how to craft your transformational offer in 15 minutes or less. So the reason why I decided to do this training was because having an offer is so important in order to make some money in your business. If you don't have anything to sell for your clients, it's really hard to make any money. So that's why it's so important to first have an offer. And because it's also important to have an offer and not just selling one-on-one coaching sessions. Because otherwise you just burn yourself out and you just charge session by session. And the problem is here also that your clients, they're not buying or paying for the sessions. They're actually wanting to get the results. And that's something I'm going to talk about in this training as well. But this training is also here to help you in order to bring your business into your full-time part so that you don't have to work in your 9-to-5, work in a part-time job or whatsoever, that you can actually create a business and create a full-time income from your business. And with having a transformational offer, because that's really what people want to buy, and that also helps you to scale your business up in order to make an amazing income in your business. So let's dive in. I just have some notes on the side and we just gonna pack it up. So the reason why we should package our expertise is because, first of all, when you package everything up and you give your clients the results, that's pretty much like what they're paying for, then you have already 12 sessions or 4 months of coaching worth secure with your clients. So it's not about that you need to find a new client all the time, but you have it all packaged up and you can charge a higher price, because otherwise you're just exchanging your time for money. And we definitely don't want to do that, because then you just have another job and you really want to build up a business. So why packaging is so important is because you want to package it up into your expertise, into this one big promise, into this one outcome there they want to buy. Because people are not buying your coaching. No one is really interested in coaching. They all want the coaching in order to get the results. Even though it can be amazing as possible to sit and chat with you and have a coaching session with you, but if they're not getting the results, it's pretty much worthless to them. So, and we all know that when you have multiple coaching sessions in a row or helping someone achieve their desired result in a couple more sessions than in just one single session, you just get better results and you're more secure about the results you get as well. So we're going to package this up, and this doesn't have to take long. So this training is all about how you can do it in 15 minutes or less. Because what we're going to create here is your MVO. It's your minimal viable offer. And what that is, it's pretty much where we're talking your offer or your program into existence. So you don't need to have anything physically there, but you just need to be able to talk about it. So for example, when you're in a sales conversation with someone on the phone, and you don't even need to have a website, you don't need to have a sales page, or need to have a PDF or any brochures, you don't need to have anything. You're just in a sales conversation and you can talk about your program within the steps, what's with everything, what's included and what they get out of it. And if you can talk about this program, even though you haven't even created anything about that, you still can sell it. So you have this offer created in a way that it already makes you money without you doing something or actually physically creating it. So this is here the first most important step, that you just have a look about, okay, what's the minimal viable offer? The offer that helps you to create this program. Let me know if you have any questions along, or let me know where you're watching from so I can interact with you as well. I'm not sure if I can see the comments, but I can just pop it up. So that's what we're going to focus on, the MVO, your minimal viable offer. And I'm going to tell you about my framework, this. So this is really a 4-step framework. And the very first step is the person. Who is your ideal client? Who are you talking to? And you really need to understand them very well. So the better you understand them, the better you can help them. So really have a look. Okay, who is this person? How old are they? What are their demographics? What is their job? How much time do they have? What is their struggle? Like, who is the person you can help the most? And this is not only for your offer, but also like in general within your business, because you really want to focus on this one group of people, because the more you know them, the better you know them, the better you can help them. So this is the very first step. Know your ideal clients inside out. Go, and this is really good if you actually interact with them. And this is here the bonus tip. So if you start interacting with your ideal clients, first of all, you get to know them better. And second of all, you start to build relationships. And this is really easy once you build up a good relationship with your ideal clients. It's so much easier to sell them your program, because they already know, like, and trust you. So that's the first step, the person. The second step is the promise. What does your offer promises to help them? What are you helping them to achieve? And you really should focusing on your one core offer around this one big promise. Like, what is the desired end result you're helping them achieve? So when we think about an example, I just brought down the example when we think about, for example, busy moms, and they want to, I'm just going with this example because it's kind of easy. They want to lose weight, but they not only want to lose weight, they also want to stay. They want to keep that weight. They want to hold their ideal weight pretty much. So what is the promise you give your clients, or your ideal clients, or what's the promise your offer gives? And that is, I help you to achieve your ideal weight and hold it forever, pretty much. Or if you want to make it like a little bit more tangible, maybe I help you to lose 5 kilos in 30 days or something like that. That are all like very bold promises, but the outcome is really clear, and that really needs to be important for you, because it kind of has to be something like really tangible. And the reason why it has to be tangible is because when it's tangible, very specific, we can see it in our minds, we can imagine it. And we only think something is real when we first see it or feel it or imagine, however you imagine. That's really when we think that's possible. Because when we read about something and we can't even imagine it in our mind, first of all, we think that it's not possible for us. And then we're not really trusting the program. So the more specific it is, the more tangible it is, the more you have this real life example and people have this picture in their head, pretty much like the outcome, where what they can see, that's what they want. And the more tangible and specific it is and they can see it, that's when they believe it's possible. So really, really important here. This is more like an NLP thing here. So once we have the person, once we have the promise, then we're focusing around all the problems. Like, the big problem is obviously they are struggling with their weight, and this problem needs to be kind of urgent for them, because otherwise they're not willing to pay like a premium fee for it, because it's not necessarily the problem itself, but also more about the consequences. What happens if they're not solving a problem? So the big problem is that they're not feeling good within their body, and so they think they want to lose weight, but probably like the whole problems they have as well, like all the consequences are more about that they're not feeling good within themselves. They're kind of suffering around them. Maybe their confidence is not good. They're not feeling good in their own skin, and maybe they're under, like, not seeing their own value, like all these kind of consequences, which is important when we're focusing around selling this offer. But when we're crafting it, it's more about this problem is about, okay, the problem is they try to lose weight, but they can't. They try to achieve their ideal weight, but they haven't. And maybe they lost some pounds or like some kilos, but they like gained it all the way. So it's about losing weight and keeping it. So that's the main problem here in this program. And then we think about all the little problems they experience in their life, like why they haven't achieved this goal yet. So we know as a busy mom, they're struggling with time. They're having kids around, maybe they're even having a job. So there's not much time they have. So it's important that they find a way how to exercise or cook or create their meal plans in a way that's time efficient. So this is a really important part. then maybe they're not by themselves. They're moms, so they have kids as well. So just eating, I don't know, like broccoli and chicken every single day, that probably won't make their kids happy. So having there the problem about cooking like different dinners or different meals would be really annoying as well. Then it's maybe about like the internal, like how they feel themselves, or what their relationship with food. Maybe they do a lot of emotional eating. Like all these kind of problems, like getting really clear, okay, what are the problems, what are in the way that prevents them from achieving that goal? Or also, what are the steps they need to learn, what they need to do in order to get to the outcome? So that's the third step, the problems. And then the fourth step, that's really where we craft it all together, and that's the plan. And you have your plan where they have their current situation right here. They're super busy, they're struggling with their weight, they can't seem to lose it, and they can't keep even when they lose some weight, they can't hold it. But to the desired outcome, the desired results, that's when they achieve their ideal weight. So it's not necessarily that there's like a specific amount of kilos they need to lose, but more their ideal weight, and then how to hold it, like how to keep that weight. So that's your timeline. And then in these steps, and then you create your program around all the necessary steps they need to learn, like what is the knowledge they need to learn, or what are the action steps they need to take. So maybe the very first step is around, okay, figure out what is your ideal weight. So everyone has like a different ideal weight. So giving them the instruction about how to figure out, or how to calculate their ideal weight, what's possible for them, crafting a plan, like having all these steps, step by step. And here is what's really important is that it's not about, and I've done some research around this before, that it's not about putting as many steps in as possible, but more having as least possible steps you can put in, still help them to create the results. So this here is really important, because people, they're not buying all the information you give them. And I know you're an expert, and I know you know so much about weight loss and how the body works, but do they have to know that? It's maybe important that they need to understand the principles about how to lose weight, how to gain weight, how to gain weight as well maybe, but how to keep the weight, what's going on with your emotions, like just the necessary principles. But they don't need to understand all the, like learning all the details so that they're becoming an expert, because that's not what they're there for. They're just there to achieve the results. And that is really what people are happy and willing to pay for, is the shortcut. They don't want to have like a program which gives them so much information where they're just feeling overwhelmed. They want to have the shortcut, a simple step-by-step plan, because overwhelm is really the killer to success. And you can see it with like a lot of programs or courses or so out there, when they're just putting up a lot of, like a bunch of information. You feel really smart afterwards, but you still not necessarily have achieved your goal, because then you needed to figure out what are your action steps. So the more specific and strategic you can be in the steps they have to take every single day, every single week, every single time from day to day, that allows them to achieve that result, achieve their goal, the more you can guarantee almost the success of your program as well, because you're just following these steps, and you realize after a while maybe that you need to switch some steps around because it gives them greater results. But you have a framework, you have a process, you have a plan on how to help your people achieve that goal. And once you have this plan, you can really tweak and twist it all the time and really create it even better. And that's when you can like include it even more. But the point is here that we just at the beginning just focusing on crafting the first minimal viable offer, like the minimal viable steps your clients need to take in order to get the results. So here it's really, really important that you think about your program and your offer, and that's probably something you've never heard before. But think about your coaching offer, your coaching course, if it's one-on-one or a group course, think about it as an obstacle. Because most of the time we always think, you want to lose weight, here's my program. You want to have a happy relationship, here's my program. You want to make more money, here's my program. But the point is, that is not necessarily the result they want. It's not that the program is the result, is the outcome. Because what they want is, they want less weight, they want better relationships, they want more money. But what your program is just a step in between. It's pretty much like the obstacle, because in their mind, and that's really important to understand how your clients think, or how human beings in general think, that they think their outcome, their result is, okay, when I want to lose weight, I need to go to the gym or do all these exercises or keep doing whatever I've been doing, but not signing up on a program. That's not like immediately the logical step. That they don't see it. They want to get like straight to the result. And this is really it really makes sense, especially when you help people to make more money, because people want more money or reducing debt or whatever. So they're not thinking about buying something in order to make more money. That doesn't make sense for them. So think about your program really as an obstacle, because once you think about your program as something that's in the way of their success, you just want to create it in the way that helps them to achieve their goal and their results in the fastest way possible. So it's not something where you just put all the information in and here, that's all what you need to know, and it's all fine and nice. No, it's about finding out the least possible steps that gives them the shortcut to get to their outcome, to their goal, even faster. And when you think about it like that, that prevents you from putting unnecessary information that just overwhelm and just gap fillers or whatsoever into your program. Because to be honest, it's not that a program of like lots of modules, lots of video content, lots of exercises or workbooks, it doesn't mean that it's more valuable. And a program, like for me personally, when I sign up for a program, for coaching or whatever, I personally like having actionable steps that don't take long, where I don't have to take homework that takes me 3 hours. Like, give me the shortcut, give me the small, simple steps. That's what the people are buying for. So this here is really, really important. Thinking about your program, that's not something they have to take, because they could do it without you as well. But more, what's the benefit about it? And that is what your clients are buying. The benefit of buying into your program, buying into your offer, hiring you as a coach. What are the benefits in order to do that step with you instead of going straight to the results? So, and that benefit is most of the time it takes less time, it's less confusion, because people pay for convenient. They pay for the order, they pay for the steps in order where they don't have to figure it out, for all organized information, for the step-by-step plan. This is really, really important for people when they already tried to do so many things and they've learned all the information, they still can't seem to take it, because that's when they're struggling with the strategy they have in place and actually following through. And the next step to make sure that your program is actually offering a transformation is that it has to have this one part included, and that is your support. Obviously, if you're coaching one-on-one, there's a lot of personal support. But even if you're helping people with a group program or an online course or so, you should have to have the option to give them some kind of support. If it's some group coaching sessions, maybe once a month or bi-weekly, if it's like a Facebook group where they can ask questions, if it's your email support, like some kind of support, because the problem is you have the information created and put it up and having all the steps, but every person is different. And sometimes they're like little steps that keeps them holding back. And when they can't resolve it because they don't know how to do it, because they just have some questions, which could be resolved like super easily with an email with like 2 sentences or so. But that keeps them struggling, and then they're not achieving the results. So in order to really make sure that your program, your offer, whatever you're offering, is a success, so that you need to make sure that they have the option to ask questions, and we can give them this little bit of extra support. Because I know passive income and everything is amazing, but even if you have an online program that works, like everything is automated, offering just this little support of bi-weekly, like spending 1 hour every 2 weeks for your clients for the people who are in this group, you make sure that they have a better experience in the course. They create better results in their from this program, that means that you also get better testimonials and the better results, because that's really your focus as a coach, as an educator, as a teacher, as a mentor. Your focus is around the results they get, because the better the results, the better is your course, because that are the results you can talk about in testimonies, you can show other people. And so many times people just buying from the testimonials. When you can help them achieve amazing results, that's what people want to pay for. Because here's the reason. There are like 2 reasons when people don't buy. And the very first reason is when they don't know if it's for them. And that's why we talked about, okay, get really clear. Step 1, who's the person? Who are you actually helping with? Get really clear who this program is for. And that also means that you can exclude people, because that includes your ideal clients even more. So once they know that it's for them, the second reason why they shouldn't buy, or why they think they don't want to buy, and that is when they think it's not possible for them. So when they think it's not possible for them, they think they shouldn't sign up for this program. But when they see it's not necessarily this one person who achieves these results, or just you because you're an expert, but showing it with other people, helping them with their objectives pretty much as well, when other people could achieve that result as well, wherever they were, that helps them to understand that it's actually possible for them as well. They don't have to be a superhuman being in order to get the results. Because think about it. Once a client knows that this program is for them and that it works for them, that it gets them the results, and they want obviously the results, why shouldn't they sign up? Like there's no reason for it, because that's what they want. That's exactly for them and they can get it. So really identifying that and creating this transformational offer. So that's why I call this this training as well transformational offer, because you want to give them a transformation. You don't want to give them just the information and overloading with information. You want to give them the transformation. And how you create transformation in people's life is by creating change. This is so important, creating change. So, and this is change in 2 parts. Change either in their thinking, so in their mindset, in their thoughts, in their words, and maybe like even how they feel. It's more like the internal part. And the second, change in their behavior, the actions they take, because they have this problem because they haven't done something. They haven't done the action step. They haven't like rewired those thoughts. So these are really the 2 actions. So whatever you're creating in your programs, whatever step you have, however long the time frame is in your program, make sure that you give them actionable steps that change their behavior. So then when they physically need to do something, they need to go out, then they maybe need to create a plan, or they need to work out, need to do this one exercise, or they need to go to the shops and buy their grocery list, for example, like something like that. But then also, okay, what could be the other action step in terms of their thinking? Okay, maybe rewiring their reasons or their relationship with food, how they think about food, and changing that around. But there needs to be this internal action steps, pretty much, like when they writing down reasons, or meditating, or just focusing, getting more awareness, whatever that is. So these are really the 2 steps, like the action steps you always want to focus on in order to move them forwards. You want to move them closer towards their goals. You want to help them achieve the results along the way. And this is only by helping them to give them actionable, tangible steps in terms of changing their thoughts, changing their mindset, or their behavior. And that's when the transformation starts, because we transform ourselves when we think differently or when we act differently, like those 2 things. And that's the whole transformation, because once we're offering this transformation around, because the woman we talked about before, the busy mom who now has her ideal weight and can hold it, she's like a whole new person. Obviously, she feels way better and more confident within herself, but probably she has a better relationship with her kids. She has a better relationship with food, which she can also bring across her kids, so that they grow up in an environment where they don't need to suffer from emotional eating or seeing food as a reward, like for example, all these kind of steps. So that's like the whole transformation, and what are the benefits of that, like what is the outcome of that. So when you think about that, that is really the transformation you create. So it's more than just the little steps or more the results they get. It's more about the entire transformation and how much value does that actually offer. Like how much does their life actually change when they know how to exercise, when they have a clear plan, when they know what to eat, when they saving time and spending the time more with their kids. That's a whole big transformation, and that's when you can charge higher prices. And it's not necessarily about this program because there's so many modules or there's so many sessions with you. It's about the transformation you create and seeing them, what is that actually worth for them? How much value do you provide? And I really want you to understand that whatever we're creating here, especially as coaches, especially as mentors and educators, it always goes far more beyond the thing we're teaching. Because once they let the stress away, for example, stress is one of the leading causes for heart diseases. When they can let go of the stressing around their weight, stressing around what to eat, and all these things, they create so much more ease in their lives. So thinking about all the consequences and this as well. And then it just comes about, yeah, I think I've got this all. Yeah, so I created this mantra the other day, and it was all focused around action steps are always better than information. So every time you create something, always make sure that you create action steps and not the information. So now you really have your MVO, your minimal viable offer. So you crafted the steps, you have an idea, you have an outcome, you know the benefits, you know the value, you know who it is for, what the promise is, what their problems are. And this is really important to understand their problems, because once you sell something to someone and you really make sure they can see how much you understand their problems, they immediately think that you have the solution. Just based on that, your program is already really valuable for them. So having this program now, you can go out and sell it and offer it to your clients. You can invite people into like a discovery call and have something to offer them at every end, pretty much, in every end of a session, of a discovery call, and an end of a video, and end of your marketing, whatever you're doing, everything can lead to that. So now it's only about to create a marketing step and how to communicate that in a way that it attracts your ideal clients, but that it sells to them. But the main core here is already done. And that's exactly what I help my clients here as well. I help them to craft their minimal viable offer so they can make money as possible, like as fast as possible in the process. Because once you do have something to sell, you can you can receive money. So creating all this, but then also putting it into a marketing plan. Like, what's the great way to market to the outside? And marketing is all about the communication, how you communicate the value and the benefits of your program and bring it out there to the world, attracting your ideal clients, what they're struggling with, and how to make them sign up. So having all this in place, having a strategic place where you know the steps by steps, what to do, what your clients what they need to know in order to buy from you. That's exactly what I help my clients with as well, in terms of building up their coaching business, starting out from building up with their one-on-one package, building it up, filling it up so they're being fully booked, and then crafting up their group program as well, so they can create and scale up their business even more. And that's all supported with systems and structures and having step-by-step systems in place. So if you are planning to either want to fill up your one-on-one coaching program and you have been struggling to get private clients into your offer, or if you've been struggling to promote your online group course, you maybe even created it, or you're planning to create one and you haven't really done it, you don't really know what the steps are, and you need some help with that in order to achieve it, to fill up your practice, to get more clients and sell more of your programs, then I'm happy to talk to you. I created some space in my calendar where we have a 30-minute chat around what your problems are, what your goals are, how I can help you in creating you like a little bit of a step-by-step plan for you in order how you can achieve that. And I'm going to put the link into the comments, or like even into this video, where you can book your free session totally free of charge with me, and we can have a look in how you can fill up your one-on-one program, your one-on-one coaching practice, or even your group program and get more clients in the door. So I hope this training was of heaps of value for you. Unfortunately, I couldn't see the comments, but I will answer them a little bit later on. So make sure that you create your MVO first before you go out and sell your one-on-one coaching sessions. Let me know how that was for you, and I'm going to put the link into the comments so you can book your free call with me, and I'm looking forward to talk to you soon. Bye.